It's a big question. I also noticed I start a lot of these videos out with me touching my face, so maybe that's not the best idea, even though I just washed my hands. Let's get back on track here. It's a big question. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers, I believe, in my opinion, got away with a Super Bowl win against a Kansas City Chiefs team that was missing his two best players on its offensive line, and Ken had to do a lot of shifting around, and had to start Mike Remmers at left tackle. Let me spell something out for you. If you have to start Mike Remmers, I'm a Vikings fan. Watch this man play. I mean, he's a respectable offensive lineman in the NFL, but if you have to have him start in a Super Bowl, that's probably naturally a sign of some kind of disaster. Okay? He's a good offensive lineman, but you don't want him starting at left tackle, especially in one of the biggest games of his young career. So, what am I saying? Well, I'm going to get more into it. But before I get into it, make sure you guys like and subscribe down below. Leave a like and a comment. It helps people find the show. And as always, we'll always provide links to our social media in the description down below, so make sure you guys take a look at that as well. So, what do I mean by the title of Give Us the Chiefs versus Bucs Super Bowl rematch that we deserve? Well, we had a fan, we had someone, I don't know if they're a fan or not, comment on our YouTube video the other day talking about that the Chiefs are having something to prove in 2021, and they do, or they are going to prove something, rather. But we had somebody submit the saying, we deserve to see that rematch. And you know what? I full-heartedly and 135% agree. 135.6. We need this Chiefs versus Bucs Super Bowl rematch, and we deserve it. Why? Because last year we got robbed, or earlier in the year, we got robbed of the legitimate chance to watch one of the all-time greats, the all-time great in Tom Brady, we can't debate it anymore, versus a guy that's probably going to be in that conversation in the next 5 to 10 years. Let's be real. Because he's the best quarterback, truthfully, all around in the league. We know that. So why do we deserve this? Because we need to, once and for all, really, to me, it really comes down to the fact that Patrick Mahomes, in the way he played in that Super Bowl, I really don't fault him a lot. Again, he's down his two best players on the offensive line, apparently, and I really don't like saying it, but apparently none of their receivers could catch the football that game. I can't tell you how many throws I saw of him putting 110% effort and then just dropping the football. It's the fact. It's what happened. But that's not the kind of team that this is. And now with the Orlando Brown trade, and some of the players that they brought in, like Austin Bly. I mean, we talked about the Mike Remmers, so we talked all about yesterday. But we deserve to see this rematch, because if we can see Tom Brady at 100%, and if we can see Patrick Mahomes at 100% with his weapons, with his offensive line, stop talking to your hands, Colton, we are going to be in for a real treat. It's not going to be a 31-9. It's not going to be a 31-7. I'm talking a 35-33 slim win. It's the game that we all deserve. All-time great versus potentially could be an all-time great. And then Patrick Mahomes, even though I think he's vastly approaching that very, very quickly. But at the end of the day, I do understand that it's the NFL. You have one game. The NBA has 7 games, as does baseball in the World Series. I understand all that. I totally get it. There are times when you only have one game to play. It's one of the hardest lessons I learned in playing college football. Sometimes you only get one rep, and sometimes you don't make the most of that rep, and it's tainted forever. You can't get that back. But this deserves a second rep. The Chiefs and Bucs Super Bowl rematch needs to happen. I don't know. I've heard, obviously everyone with their team is going to say, well, my team's going to make it to the Super Bowl. If you're a Vikings fan, I hate to break it to you. Like me, I'm a Vikings fan. It's not going to happen next year. But I will say that this Super Bowl rematch is what we need and deserve, especially with Patrick Mahomes, with his offensive line, him being 100% healthy, with his weapons, against Tom Brady, with his weapons, with his offense. It fits. We need this rematch to happen to kind of shift some of this history going on here. Tom Brady is the all-time greatest quarterback of all time. Hate to break it to you. However, I think it comes down to the fact that we need to settle a wrong that we were taken away from us. At the end of the day, I think it's going to be a great game. I hope it happens next year because I think it's going to be a lot of fun. But let me know what you guys think. Do we deserve the rematch of the Chiefs versus the Bucs in the Super Bowl in 2022? I personally think so. I think it'll be a great game. Make sure you guys like like and subscribe down below. Leave a like and a comment. I always repeat that, but make sure to leave that like. It helps people find the show. We greatly appreciate all the support. Also, once again, we always leave descriptions and the handles for us down in social media down in the description, so make sure you guys check that out. Make sure to check out our website at thesportsbriefpodcast.com. Also, remember to follow us on Instagram. I know that we always forget to say that, but I hope you guys have a great rest of your night, and let's get ready for the draft coming up.